The Guiding Light, presented by Downy, the fabric softener with the power to soften even rough, scratchy burlap.
Those roots are wrapped in burlap, rugged, skin-scratching burlap. Imagine taking the burlap off a tree bottom and making it soft enough for a little boy's pajama bottom. Impossible? Not with Downy Power, the softening power of Downy fabric softener. We washed it and rinsed it once in Downy, and this same burlap came out soft enough for a little boy to wear in comfort, from the tip of his toes to the top of his bottom.
It's really soft.
Now, nobody uses burlap for pajamas, but if Downy can soften burlap, imagine the comfort it'll bring to all the people you love, because nothing, absolutely nothing, makes clothes softer and lighter than Downy. From now on, treat your family to the power that softens burlap. All the softening power of Downy.
Leslie.
Good evening.
Why having dinner at the hospital? Nobody eats at the cafeteria unless he has to.
No, I felt I had to. How else could I arrange to accidentally run into you? And you see, it worked. Here you are.
Oh?
Why have you been avoiding me lately?
I haven't been avoiding you. I've just been very busy.
Mm-hmm. Well, you haven't been avoiding me. What are you doing this evening? You have some free time, don't you?
Mm-hmm, a little. But I'm going to study, Leslie. I'm scrubbing on some surgery tomorrow, and I want to catch up on some study.
On a beautiful summer evening like this? How can you spend it in those interns' quarters reading surgery?
I don't. On a beautiful summer day like this, I sometimes take a book to a park.
Why don't you take me instead?
Sorry.
How about my cooking dinner for you tomorrow evening? You have the whole evening off then, don't you?
Mm-hmm. But no, thank you.
Is the young man who doesn't believe in marriage turning me down flat?
Yes.
Why?
Because I think it's better for you.
Why?
Because you do believe in it.
Are you afraid I'm going to break down your prejudice against marriage?
Not a chance.
Well, if you don't think there's a chance of that, why not give me a chance? You know, your whole prejudice against marriage is based on your anger at your father. And sooner or later you're going to realize that you're being absolutely ridiculous. You're protecting yourself by becoming a cold-blooded cynic. And it doesn't become you somehow.
You really think I'm cold-blooded?
Well, you're acting awfully cold towards your father.
Oh, where he's concerned, I am cold.
You know why, don't you? Because he hurts you so badly. You know, there's an old word, forgiveness. Haven't you ever heard of it?
Yes, I've heard of it.
And so was your mother, you told me. She's forgiven him. Why can't you?
Look, Leslie, whether or not my mother forgave him, or forgives him. But my father, with his affair with Mrs. Scott, is unforgivable. And if he's suffering now, it's because he deserves to. And from what I hear, Mrs. Scott is getting just about what she deserves to.
Playing Helen want a close-up of that.
Oh, no. Not with these old-looking hands.
Oh, come on.
No. Housework's made these hands so
old-looking.
Hi. Why, I'm Mary Mild, here to introduce today's Ivory Liquid. Helps hands look young again. Kind of like you had a maid, like me, to do your dishes. Better than mine. Only Ivory Liquid detergent has this special formula. Young Hands Formula. Creamy white. Ivory Mild. Makes longer lasting suds, too. Proper hand care. And Ivory Liquid will make your hands look young again.
Well, a good one. No more complaints about your hands?
None. They look young again.
Pretty as a picture.
Take all the pictures you like. Ivy liquid helps your hands look young again. Young again.
There you are. Where on earth have you been? Dad was looking for you.
Oh, was it?
Uh-huh. He came home a little early today and was wondering where you'd gone. I think he was worried about you.
Worried about me?
Mm-hmm. He seems to think you can't take care of yourself. Dad's old-fashioned and it's kind of cute.
Yeah, it's very cute. Where is he?
Oh, he discovered he'd forgotten some papers and he had to go back to the restaurant and get them.
Oh.
He should be home soon, though. I fixed dinner myself.
Good.
So where have you been, anyway?
Is it really important? I just went out for a few minutes. That's all that matters. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I shouldn't have said that. It's just that I guess I'm used to working, and I'm finding it difficult being a homebody. Come on. Sit down. Tell me. How's school? Studying for your exam?
I'll see. John was supposed to come over and help me, but he never showed.
Oh, I think that's just as well. You know, I don't really approve of this studying together, especially for exams.
You know, I called his house and there was no answer. Maybe he went to the library.
Well, that's a good place to concentrate.
Hey, Peg, I'm home.
Dad!
Hi, sweetheart. Well, I see the prodigal has returned. Hello, Maggie.
Oh, did you get those papers you needed?
Papers? Oh, sure, I got them. Did you get the dinner started, honey?
Mm-hmm. And I've decided to fix it all tonight. I'm going to give Mom a rest.
Well, suppose you go in there and cook it. I'd like to have a few words with your mother alone.
Oh, I know. You're going to scold her for not leaving a note about where she went. He was really worried about you, Mom.
So you said, dear.
Better run along, honey. When Daddy lectures Mommy, that's not for your young ears to hear.
Well, I advise you not to lecture her, because if I know Mom, she'll get a lecture right back.
Well, where were you?
I went out. Why?
Couldn't you have left a note where you're going?
If I'd have left a note, you wouldn't know any more than you know now. Because I didn't know where I was going.
Which means what?
Which means I got out of this house for a little while. Any place was better.
I see. You gave me a little start this afternoon. I thought maybe you had decided to take off. Just don't ever do that again.
Are you out of your mind? Look, I will go where I please and I will do as I please. What do you think this home is, a jail, and you're a jailer? Oh, you don't trust me, do you? And you know why? Because you're a cheat, and you think everybody else is a cheat.
I'd still like to know where you went today.
All right, I'll tell you. The whole dark truth. I went to the movies.
Okay, let's close the book on it. I wasn't really too worried about where you went today, because I made it a point to find out where you didn't go.
What are you talking about?
I just had a nice, long talk with Bill Bauer.
You went to see Bill?
In his office. I went kind of expecting to find you there. I was very gratified that I was wrong about that. But I didn't expect to find what I did find. There he was, all alone in his office after hours. No Maggie around this time. But do you know what he did have?
What?
A bottle.
Oh, stop it. Bill Bauer doesn't drink.
Didn't. He does now. Oh, you should have seen him, Maggie. It would have done your heart good. Because it would have cured you of that lingering love you still have for that guy. He was plastered to the gills.
I don't believe you.
Don't you? Okay. Let's hop in the car and go down and to the office right now. I'm sure he's still there. He was too drunk to get out of the place.
Are you serious about this?
Bill Bauer is a lush.
I can't believe that. I can't believe. As long as I've known him, he's never taken a drink
Well, that ought to tell you something. Normal guys drink a little from time to time. I really wish you'd let me take you down there. I think it would do our marriage a lot of good. Are you sure you won't?
It'll be ridiculous.
Okay, I just wanted to prove it to you since you don't take my word for things. I guess it was too much for him. Giving up the beautiful Maggie, going back to that nice, plain Mrs. Bauer. Anyway, I thought you ought to know that somewhat by chance, you married a real, solid citizen. Me. And your great romantic dream that you just missed marrying turns out to be a barrel of whiskey. Oh, boy, when are you women going to learn to give up those illusions?
But at least I have no illusions about you.
Oh, yes, you do. Lots of them. Now, you think Bill Bauer is better than me. That's one of your big illusions. Well, I may have done some crooked things in my time, but at least I can walk a straight line, and that's more than Bauer can do right now.
Drunk or sober, Bill Bauer is more of a man than you'll ever be.
Sure he is. I notice you're not willing to go down there to find out what kind of a man he really is. Oh, yes. He's a great man. Great lover. Great husband. And a great father. I'm sure his son, the doctor, would testify to that.
Hey, Dad, hit me a hard one this time, will you?
Sure, son. Anything you like. Hey, nice catch, son. You're getting better every day. The Guiding Light has been presented by new Extra Strength Comet, the stain-removing cleanser, now also in the plastic decorator size and the plastic bathroom bundle.